Hello, the internet. It is Michael here at the Creativity Hub. It is Tuesday, so that means, of course, it is a HubDates day. Everybody at the office is dying of hay fever. We are sneezing like anything, but we are fighting through and making amazing strides on many and various projects. Just had a big meeting about Blank, our upcoming card game coming at Essen this year. It's all coming together very, very nicely. And as ever, we are still waiting for a little bit of news back from our printers regarding Untold. Now, one thing I can tell you, we're expecting to get the first printed proof of Untold very soon, within the next couple of weeks. So the moment we have that, of course, we'll get some video footage of it and we will show you our delightful and wonderful backers and supporters. And we'll be able to show that off to you and let you know what that version of the game is like. Of course, we're still expecting some final tweaks will be necessary with that final version of the game. But what I do have for you guys today is this little thing that I've been playing around with for the last minute or so. This is essentially a pre-proof sheet that we use to check to make sure that all the colours and everything that we have been using throughout the game, and the cards, the boards, all that sort of good stuff, to make sure that they are exactly as we want them to be. So I figured it might be a nice idea to show you kind of a little bit more of what you can expect in the final version of Untold. Would you care to look? Of course you'd care to look. Jonker.
So as you can see, they take a whole bunch of different elements from the final version of the game, combine them all and put them all onto one big sheet. That then gets sent over to us for checking to make sure that the colours are, exactly as we wanted them to be, making sure that the board and stuff looks like how we wanted it to be. And it's a bit of a weird mishmash of everything, but I'm going to run you through a few of the little different bits, and you can get a bit more of a close-up look at it all. So first up, a quick close-up on the dashboard. So of course you have all of the icons that pop up all the way through the game there on your left-hand side. On the right-hand side, there's space for the 4 different tokens that you get. So 2 idea tokens, the flashback, and your modify token. And then this big space here is where the play pause card will go, and you can obviously see the play bit there that will be one side of the card. At the bottom, we thought it would be a good idea to show the summary of play on your dashboard as well, so you can just always refer back to that for each scene, let you know what you should do. And obviously it doesn't show the whole thing because this is virtually covered up by the lovely big bright blue play card that you see there. But yeah, so you reveal the scene card, roll and play story cubes, establish a scene, do your questions and answers, etc, etc. You'll also see, by the way that the light is shining in from the side up here, that this is going to be coming in a gloriously classy linen finish as well. So yeah, this is going to not only look beautiful, it's also going to feel very classy as well. We do need to do a couple of wee changes on this. We're thinking about lightening up the background so the icons pop a bit more. You can see what they are, but if you were playing this in low light, obviously you would want to be able to see everything super clearly. So yeah, this sort of back section here is probably going to be a little bit lighter in the final version of the game. Moving over to this side, so you can see the back of the outcome cards, a couple of the results as well. So this would be but, and of course if there's a but you need to flip over one of the reaction cards. Same thing with the and, so this is a bad result because it's red. We're actually going to be switching the colour up on that to a more sort of alarm red. We have a whole Pantone list on the side which you'll see in a second. So it's going to be a deeper and more sort of emergency and urgent red as well. We've also got the flip side of the play pause card. Of course, that is a pause symbol. And here, this section is actually a chunk of the back of the box. And if you look carefully, you can also see that it's a bit of the render that we had. So this will be on the back of the box, and it'll show the game sort of in full swing. I think it's in the middle of scene 3 from my recollections. But yeah, you will be able to sort of pick up a couple of details on there as well. That is the bright icons of the tokens laid in position, of course, on top of that player's own dashboard. Meanwhile, quick close-up on some of the tokens that you'll be getting. So, of course, there are questions and action tokens. These will be what those look like in the final game. On top of that, you also have the idea, the modify, and the flashback tokens. So those, everybody will get one of those, and two of those, like we mentioned earlier. And there'll be a whole fistful of these, which will go into position on the board at the very start of the game. Last but not least, a little peek at the board, or at least a printed version of the board. This is the left-hand side of it, shockingly enough, and it's made up as if we have two scene tiles already flipped up and in play actually on it. Of course, now your version of the board, which comes in the final version of the game, is that lovely big thick one with the indents, so you can actually put the tiles into the position as well. But I wanted to show you a little bit more of what you can see. So we now have the actual spaces here for the questions and the action tokens. Those are also numbered in the bottom corner, which tell you exactly how many should go in there at the very, very start of the game. And if we just go across a little bit, you'll be able to see that they are all numbered, so you can get everything set up at the very, very beginning. Let's go a little bit closer in, see if we can get a little bit more a look on the art. One of my favorite characters there, down here, the pirate with the treasure, which has also been found by a joyously, what's the word I'm looking for? Anthropomorphic miniature JCB, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, if we just do a little sort of pan across, showing you everything that we've got here. Once we do have the final version of the board and the rest of the stuff that comes in Untold, like I said, we will be doing a full-on unboxing video of that version of the game. We'll also let you know what kind of changes we'll be expecting to make as the game progresses further and further down the line of production. Frankly, there isn't that much left that we need to do with the game. Any changes are going to be very small, very minor things that we just need to tweak. You know, it's like taking a top-of-the-line engine in an amazing car and just giving it that little bit of extra love, care, and attention to take it from 199 miles an hour to 201 miles an hour. This is turning out absolutely beautifully, and we are incredibly pleased with how well it is working. We hope that you, with this tiny little preview, also like the look of what you see. But like I said, pretty soon you're going to see a much more finished version of the game. This is literally just a thing that we use to check out the color and just to make sure that they are okay. We're pretty happy 99% of it, so it's just those final little changes that we need to ensure go through, and then we will be having our little baby coming home for the first time. So yeah, we will have the proof version of Untold within the next couple of weeks. Like I said, we will show that off to you as soon as we can. As ever, I am Michael. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or queries, you know what to do. You can either A, comment below on the Kickstarter update where this thing has appeared. B, you can comment on the YouTube where this thing has appeared. Or C, you can give us a shout on social media, either on Twitter or Facebook, the links to which are available underneath this page on YouTube. And yeah, we will see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. Bye.